see just what it means, can't you, Harps? Beating a team called Melbourne City, who are the champs.
Yeah,
just what it means to those guys, the enthusiasm in those scraps.
Well, APIA are in it to win it.
Yeah.
And they're still alive at winning it, and good on them. And, you know, it does change the focus. You go in, you see the draw, right, we're playing against Melbourne City. They're the champions of Australia. They're backed by the royal family of Abu Dhabi. You know, we are APIA from Leichhardt, a team that has had better days status-wise than we're at the moment.
Course.
And then the focus has to change because you've gone from rank underdogs to unbackable favourites, really, when the team sheet comes out. And so the pressure then goes on to these players, many journeymen, some off the back of A-League careers, some trying to get into the A-League. Now the focus goes from being a giant killer to making sure we don't make mugs of ourselves. Which was very possible. I mean, the Melbourne City kids did well. Broski's right. It's not about them at all. But I admire... I thought they made heavy weather of it to start with. APIA, which probably showed they were coming to terms with actually how do we get through this. But in the end, they did very, very well. I'm really happy for them. They've done a great job, and I hope they can have a deep run in the Cup now.
Well, that's what they're gunning for, and why not? We are off to a break. We're going to wrap up the other 3 games that went down tonight, and of course, the round of 16 draw will be coming your way with a Socceroos legend very soon. But it's APIA who got the job done in front of their home fans at a very soggy Leichhardt Oval. Down Zippo to 4 to the Metro Stars at Deakin in Canberra. They are stoked, having taken down Melbourne City. But let's bring you the highlights, shall we, from the Jets against Adelaide United. Now, it was Adelaide who started, well, in front in this one. You'd have to say the early chances went the Jets' way, but a great run from Johnny Yull, and he picks out his captain, and against the run of play halves, it happens quite often.
Yeah, Adelaide started well. It's a great run from Johnny Yull here, and Newcastle playing at home. I mean, they're one of the teams coming up to the A-League and certainly through the Cup. They've got to start doing something for their fans.
Yeah.
And they've got to get some hands on some silverware sooner rather than later, given the lean run they've had. So to play at Maitland, it's a great deck up there at the Maitland Showground, and to fall behind would have been very disappointing. But I thought, from what we could see, watching 4 games at once, it looked like they probably dominated most of the game once they went down, got the equaliser, and then rightly won the game. That was on the balance of probability, I think.
You go a bit 4 eyes, don't you, trying to look at 4 games all at once. It's hard to be right across them. But, yeah, Max Burgess was getting involved in this one. But the youngster, it was Spatalado, who we know is a newcomer to the Newcastle Jets. He was so pumped about scoring this goal because we know what a good under-20s Asian Cup he had. In fact, he was player of the tournament, so he's got some skills, the kid.
He does, and that's what makes it even more surprising when you look at the fact that the Wanderers let him go. Victory didn't really look to keep him after last season, and he's ended up now at the Jets. So a good opportunity for him this year to really get some first-team football, play regularly, play well, and live up to that potential that we've sort of saw at the Asian Cup. He did so well there, and Max Burgess as well. We saw him involved a lot in that game, and those two could really combine and be good for Mark Milligan this year.
Yeah, Millsy will be stoked with that result, that is for sure. OK, this one was 2 teams who were dominating their competitions in Canberra and, of course, in South Australia. But it was the South Australians doing such a good job here. And who was it? Hamish Gow. He's the one, isn't he? He really lit it up, and you can see it with his shock of blonde hair. He was in everything.
Yeah, he doubles up as an Ed Sheeran stage act as well. He goes all right, Hamish. Certainly on the
good on the guitar as well, yeah.
I don't know, but he was strumming a tune there tonight.
Oh, there we go.
He was
Done.
brilliant. And look, they're too much quality, the Metro Stars, and he in particular, a goal and 2 assists. He's a really good player, Hamish Gow, really good player.
And again, from what we could see, Tom Visser deserved that goal because he was mentioned a lot in the construction of the goals as we look at it. Metro Stars 4 zip, and the XG, look at that, 2 to 0.37. So well and truly deserved to be on top in that one. And here are the celebration shots, just getting it done easy. We thought the icy conditions in Canberra could bring them unstuck, but not at all. They got the gloves on there, the beanies. Oh, it's icy, but this will warm them up, and they get to celebrate with a Hahn or 2, hey?
And move on to the next round, which is the most important. But these are the scenes. This is what makes the Cup special, right? Going away and getting these away trips, getting good victories. Really test the players. You learn a lot about your players when in these moments, and they're obviously flying in the Adelaide or South Australian NPL.
Yeah, they've already wrapped that up.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, yeah. All right, let's get on to the game out of Brisbane. And this one was very spicy. We had 8 minutes of time added at the end because they were at each other, because they don't like each other, these 2 sides. No. And from what we could see, it was all Olympic FC for the most part. And you thought, geez, this one is definitely going the distance. They kept peppering away at goal. But again, the team here, Brisbane City, they get their chance, they took it, and you can see what it means to them. It meant a lot to us at the time too, because that was the one game that didn't have a goal. But the celebrations tell the tale again, Harps. But for a team that dominated for so much, they must be so frustrated, Olympic.
Mate, there was only one team ever going to win that game up to 80 minutes, and it wasn't Brisbane City. Olympic had all the telling moments. There was a lot of spite. These guys have been fierce rivals since the inception of both, like 60, 70 years. Brisbane City out of the Italian community in Brisbane, and Olympic from the Greek community, and they've had rivalry going through state leagues. This was a great match to draw in a round of 32, actually. I'm sure Spencer Park, what's it now called, Imperial something Stadium, whatever.
Yeah, we'll have to.
It was Spencer Park in my day.
Stadium.
That's the one.
There you go.
But it would have been. It would have had a good crowd there. It's a good amphitheatre to watch football in Newmarket, just on the edge of the CBD. this would have been a good night for the home team. Olympic will wonder where it's gone. That result just vanished for them.
Yep, shots total 20 and on target 9 of them. But what a great result for Brisbane City. They're having a great time celebrating. Here we go. And this is what it means when you beat an arch rival. What's it like in these local comps? We see the rivalries in the A-League. What's it like? Is it fiercer almost because it dates back so far?
I'm not quite sure if fierce, although it was pretty spicy.
It was.
I don't know if fierce is the right description in this day and age, but they're very proud people. The fans of the clubs, the founding members of the clubs, those who are still around because they're old. The clubs are old now, and it's passed on, and they're alive in the cup. You know, they're languishing mid-table in the NPL. They're level on points. They get to have another game on the national stage. Brisbane City haven't enjoyed that as much as Olympic in recent times. And they're a former National League club, Brisbane City, in the old days. Some great players have been through that place. And Corey Brown, I can imagine being probably the most experienced player in that Brisbane City team, would have been right in the middle of everything.
Of course he would have, soaking it up. Well, let's get in the middle ourselves. Let's hear from one of the stars from the show tonight with Josh McLean.
Very happy captain, Mirko Crociati. How do you explain that? You were behind in the game in terms of shots on goal up.
It's always great, and dribble a player, managed to find a good pass for Bolton and score 1-0, and then Marcus find a second one. But credit to Olympic, they were first half they were on top of us for sure, and then managed to come back. So very, very good.
Joshua Langdon, that is one of the great goalkeeping performances we've seen in the Hahn Australia Cup. How do you describe that?
It's just when he does those single hand saves, and the ball looks like it's behind him, and managed to pull it out, and then gives you such a boost. Like his moral just can't go down with him. It's unbelievable. It's done 6-7 probably. Very good save tonight, so credit to him.
Clearly it means a lot to this club and a lot to these fans. What does it mean to you to be in the round of 16?
It's fantastic. It's a massive achievement for the club. You're the last club in Queensland that managed to stay in the cup, and look at tonight how many kids we have around. It's basically all our youth that came to support us, so credit to everyone that brought them here. It's been fantastic.
All right, congratulations. You carry the hopes of this state now. Well done and good luck going forward.
Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.
Yes, congratulations indeed. That means we are down to 16 teams. And you know what that means? I promised a Socceroos legend would be in here, and he's joined us, Luke Wilkshire. Hello, mate. You ready for the draw?
Evening, mate. Yeah, I just popped in for the draw.
Just popped in for the draw. Just make sure you got your juggling skills ready to go. We're good for that. All right, let's have a look at the principles, shall we, for the draw. These are the principles. OK, so the first club drawn will host. Now, it's a member-fed club v a member-fed club. That first drawn will host. A-League Men's Club v A-League Men's Club. First drawn will host again. But if it's a member-fed club v an A-League Men's Club, the member-fed club will host. Fixtures involving Wellington Phoenix or Auckland FC from across the Dutch, they are automatically deemed as an away club. Wellington Phoenix and Auckland FC, first drawn club will be the home club. The match will be played in New Zealand. Draw format, it is an open draw at each stage. Any team can be drawn against any other. Let's have a look at the 16 teams that are left in the competition as we put them head to head. The Wanderers there, Macarthur, Avondale, Auckland, Sydney FC. Can you help me with the pronunciation on the one there? Can you?
Where are you? Sorry, I got you down.
Oh, you can't. Nunawading City.
Where
Beautiful.
Have you been, Scotty?
I was on holidays for a while, so I've just rocked back in.
How long? For 20 years?
Yeah, basically. Yep, Nunawading City. Thank you. I just thought I'd see if you're on your toes there.
Do it phonetically, mate. Do it phonetically.
Sydney United, Crooks Hill, Apia, Heidelberg, Metro Stars, South Melbourne, Brisbane City, Wellington Phoenix, and of course the Newcastle Jets, who are winners tonight. So let's get this party started, shall we? Lukey, reach in. Draw out the first team for the round of 16.
Any preference, mate?
Let's see who we got. Steady hands as always. Auckland FC, your Premier's Plate holders. So, we've got an away game. Who are they playing? Up against South Melbourne. There you go. Auckland FC, South Melbourne. Not a bad way to go. Two teams desperate to get their hands on the silverware. Keep them coming,
Thanks.
brother. Dig around in there. Avondale FC. Up against Apia Leichhardt, who have just made their way through. So we're going to have member-fed team going through. That's a lock-in. Very good. Brisbane City, last team representing Brisbane in there. Great state. They will be playing Olympic Kingsway. How about that? Who pulled off the incredible cup set last night. That was against Melbourne Victory. That was a ripping contest. They will be full of confidence, but Brisbane City too, representing their state, the Sunshine State. And we've got Heidelberg United, the Burgers, one of the great teams in the Australia Cup, always seem to go fairly deep in the competition. Only seen one A-League side so far.
Yes.
Western Sydney Wanderers. So Heidelberg hosting the Western Sydney Wanderers.
You go, Scotty. Can you pronounce that?
Yeah, Wundanutting City. I'm all over that now. Thanks for the tips. It's beautiful, isn't it? Nothing like a draw. See, I missed that game. I wish I watched it. No reception where I was. Up against Wellington Phoenix. All right, so the A-League sides are starting to appear. A few left in the mix here. Doing a great job here, Lukey. Sydney United, 58. Made it all the way to the final a few years ago, did they not?
Yeah. They did. They certainly did.
Against Sydney FC. That will be a very spicy showdown. Broski.
That'll be the second time, I think.
Is it?
They've faced.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very
Early
good.
days of the modern version of the Cup.
Yeah,
Sydney
okay.
played out there. That had
Yep.
a really good crowd.
Cooks Hill.
At home.
Who have we
Who's left?
got?
Quick.
I'm trying to think.
Jets.
Yeah, Newcastle haven't appeared yet. Do we have Newcastle?
Well,
How about
There it
that,
is.
Broski?
There it is.
Hey.
Last two.
That leaves us with Harps. MacArthur,
MacArthur, obviously.
Of course, obviously. You knew that. The reigning champs had a massive win last night. Did it quite easy. And they are taking on the Metro Stars, of course.
That'll be in Adelaide, of course.
Yep, that will be in Adelaide. So there you go. Let's have a look at these matchups. But
Wow.
what tickles your fancy there? The Sydney showdown should be pretty good, Harps.
Well, yeah, but I'm looking at Newcastle. Chris Lorisic has done a brilliant job with Cooks Hill. It's a younger club, not nearly the resource base of many of the teams left. And Zoz actually does a bit of work with the Jets, coaching-wise. I'm not quite sure.
What?
I'm not quite sure how they're going to manage that from here. But
That'll be very interesting.
I think the Sydney Derby is probably the standout fixture.
Yeah, it is. For you, Broski?
Yes, obviously that one, but the other ones, Heidelberg, that's a big clash against the Wanderers there, and even the Metro Stars off the back of their big win today, step it up a gear against MacArthur. That'll be a big one.
Okay, well, Webb from Football Australia is going to step in. He's going to have to duck because he's a big man. There he is. He comes in to deliver the goods to Lukey Wilkshire. Yep, get them in there. Now we're going to be careful with them. You don't want them to split open, mate. If they split open, we're pulling them back out into the fishbowl and we are going again. But he's got full confidence, doesn't he? Just throwing them in there. The juggler. All right, let's go, Lukey. Here we go. This is drawing for the quarterfinals. Obviously, we don't know the winners, but it is going to be the winner of... Flip it around. Match day. Match 7. So the winner of Cooks Hill and the Newcastle Jets. Which is a nice little explanation you gave with the coaching. That will be interesting to see how that plays out. We'll be playing the winner of match 8, which is Metro Stars and MacArthur.
I should qualify. That's with younger kids, under 18s.
Oh, yeah, but still, there's that connection.
He's got good intel.
Yes, very good intel. And as we see, the kids like to get a run in this competition. Match 1, so South Melbourne and Auckland. Match 6. And that is that Sydney showdown between United and Sydney FC. Broski, I hope you're taking all the notes and you're writing down the matchups.
I'm getting them down, don't worry.
Very good, very good. All right, quarterfinal number 3 is match 5. And that is our favourite, Nunawading City up against Wellington Phoenix. Up against match 4, which is Heidelberg, the Burgers, and the Western Sydney Wanderers. They had a very strong start to the competition. Had a great A-League season last year. Just didn't quite get there in the end when they had the opportunity. And match 2, it is going to be Apia, Leichhardt and Avondale. So terrific showdown there. And that leaves us with the final one up against match 3, which is Brisbane City and Olympic Kingsway. So from that, we are going to have a member-fed team into the semi-finals, which is terrific. That's what the competition is all about. And are we going all the way to the semi-finals? Do we have the balls ready for our final
Try and put these in
matchup?
gently.
Just nice and gently, Luke. Into the fishbowl, places them in. He hasn't cracked under the pressure yet. Give him a bit of a spin, and we'll see what the final matchups are for the semi-final. And the good thing here with this draw is you can look at your team and just see what their path is through to the final, potentially. Quarterfinal number 2. Playing the winner of quarterfinal number 3. And I reckon we can work this out here, can't we?
Nunawading versus...
Quarter 4. And they'll be hosting the winner of quarterfinal number 1. There it is. There is the draw for the Australia Cup. We've got it for the round of 16. Lukey, job well done, buddy.
Mate, some
One of the
matchups
toughest
there. I think to see some of the NPL teams going to go through, right? It's an interesting draw, so good opportunity for some of those smaller clubs.
Who do you think's looking the strongest out of the A-League crews? I know it's very early days, but who would you be backing as an A-League side to go deeper in this competition?
Well, I guess it's going to depend which team they put out right after we saw what went out tonight with Melbourne City. But look, I thought from what I saw of the Newcastle Jets, I thought they looked good. Obviously, Millsy coming in there and can see an impact.
Yep.
So I think they look well tonight.
Terrific. All right, there you have it. Round of 16, quarterfinals, semi-finals. It's all ready to go, and of course you can catch all the action right here on Paramount Plus. How good's that? We're ready to go. I'm just waiting for where we go from here.
Have you got the dates? When is the round of 16? Is it 2 weeks away, 3 weeks away? Another couple after that.
Yeah, another couple after that. So we've got a chance to get a bit more fitness into the A-League sides, and of course the member-fed teams will be pushing right towards the back end of their season. But look, that's where we are right now. That's all we have time for. Lukey, thanks for dropping in. Thanks for that. Harps and Broski, great to have your company on the couch. And we'll catch you for the round of 16, but another cracking night tonight, headlined by Apia Leichhardt getting it done over Melbourne City. From us, bye for now.